And now, our feature presentation.
Hi guys, I'm Catalina, and today I'm going to talk to you kids about credit versus debit. But before we jump into this extremely amusing, most exciting topic, we must delve deep into the true meaning of credit and debit. We must ask ourselves, what is a credit card? What is a debit card? What is the difference? Why are we talking about this? Well, it's because I don't want you to be drowning in debt like I am. I am practically swimming in it. I am literally backstroking my way into homelessness. But let's not get sidetracked. Credit cards are essentially a line of credit that you can use to borrow money to make purchases, transfer balances, and get cash advances with the agreement that you'll pay the money back that you borrowed, plus any interest fees. Credit cards are pretty beneficial as they can establish a credit history and a healthy credit score if used wisely. And I stress this because this card is not just unlimited money, people.
Don't buy stuff you cannot afford.
Oh, let me see that. If you don't have any money, you should not buy anything. Sounds interesting.
Sounds confusing.
If you don't pay back what you borrowed on time, then those pretty little interest fees build up and up and up until you end up owing hundreds of dollars for all those midnight McDonald's runs. A debit card is basically linked to and withdraws money from your bank account to pay for purchases. Sometimes debit cards aren't linked to your bank account and allow you to loan money onto your card. These are prepaid debit cards, but essentially both are linked to your bank account. The only thing about debit cards that you have to be cautious about is overdrafting, which is just spending more money than what you actually have. You get overdraft fees, and that's just annoying. So just be aware of how much money you have, please. In the words of Biggie, more spending than what you actually have, mo problems. I'll stop. So the difference between these bad boys are that one is borrowing money from the bank with the addition of interest fees if not paid in full or on time, while the other is direct use of money.
If you skip bills, bill payments, or if you carry a lot of debt, that is, you spend more money than you have and you owe money every month, that lowers your credit score. And a lower credit score means you're going to pay more when you want to buy a house, buy a car, take out a loan to start a business or to go to school, and it will be harder to get an apartment and get a job. A lot of employers and landlords look at your credit score, and this is something that I myself didn't fully wrap my head around until I was 24, 25 and realized my credit score was really low, and I couldn't do a lot of the things I wanted to do or buy the things I wanted to buy. And it took a few years, but with a good credit score, for my wife and I buying our house, the difference between a good credit score and a bad credit score was like $300 a month. And that's real money. And so having a good credit score not only makes it easier to get a job, get an apartment, pass a background check, but it makes taking out a loan for any large expense like school or a house or a car much less expensive. And you actually save money in the long run.
Budgeting is extremely important, but for myself, it really helps me try to get out of debt. And that it's important because it allows you to know, helps you with what you can and cannot do, as far as if you want to go out with your friends, do I have enough money to go to the movies or to buy a gift. So it really helps plan your day and your daily activities. I would say that it's important for high school students to know the use of credit card management, because when you get to college, sometimes there's all these vendors that are encouraging you to apply for credit cards, but if you know how to budget your money, you won't need credit cards, you won't need to take out school loans. So that's what I believe.
So, big question is, how do you want to spend your money? My advice to QO students is that you should spend your money on experiences not on stuff. Because if you buy a new handbag, in just a couple weeks it will lose its luster. Or if you have a new hockey stick, no, a hockey stick's always a good thing because that leads to an experience. Cameras are great things, sports equipment, even a musical instrument. Those are things that are ongoing, that you don't just stop using or stop appreciating after a while. So my vote for spending your money is on experiences, a trip, something that you get to use over and over, not just something you use once or after a while kind of loses its shiny excitement.
Mr. Schumann's most basic personal finance advice.
As a teenager, it's easy to get a check for $150 or $200 as a paycheck and be like, I know exactly what I want to get with this, and you go out and you buy a thing for the amount that's on that paycheck. But it's really important to have some discipline. It's not that fun to have some discipline, but it's very important to that if you have to put gas in your car, if you have to pay your car insurance, if your parents want you to pay part of your cell phone bill, you need to make sure that money is set aside first. And a good way to do that is to make sure that paycheck goes into your bank account and not into cash in your hand, because cash gets spent very easily. And in a bank account, you can make sure that you've set aside whatever it is that you need for bills or whatever, and then you can go spend on fun, whatever is left over from that. An important tip that I could think of is to keep your Mr. Schumann's basic personal financial advice cards that you got in 10th grade in your wallet and reference it every couple months so you remember the things on it. But the basic things for financial well-being, even starting as a teenager and into adulthood: have a job, make sure you save, pay your bills on time, always. As a teenager, you might not have any bills in your name, but it's still good to get in this habit because not paying your bills is what's going to create big financial burdens for you down the line.
Hi guys, I'm Zoe Zindash. I'm one of your QO TV members that's helping out with QO.U. This year we're doing a lot to try to make QO.U more relevant and useful to all the students, and we would like to hear your feedback. So please click the link right here. Thank you.